So we're good?
I think so.
Up until someone says something anti-Semitic.
It's only two, Hodge.
I didn't say anything.
So as the gunfire settles and the quiet crackling of, well, I guess less of a quiet crackling, more of a raging inferno, since you guys did set a good section of the courtyard on fire, becomes all that you can hear. The sounds of the jungle sort of slowly start to trickle back in. You've lost, if I remember correctly, two or three stormtroopers. You guys remember?
I don't remember the stormtroopers dying, no.
Yeah, they did, because towers that they were manning were destroyed. I just don't remember how many of them were destroyed.
Not the first two at the front gate being covered by the heavy bolts are fine, but the one in the back just got fucked.
I remember, yeah. So we had two guys in the front and one in the back, didn't we?
That's right. So there's only one, fortunately.
Stormtrooper 3, we will remember you.
I'm gonna eat them.
So, as like I said, as the smoke and the gunfire start to clear, all that's left is the sound of burning wreckage and flaming promethium. The stormtroopers come out of their tower and immediately begin looking for Sergeant Varys. Did you guys have a Voxcaster? No, there's one in the Chimera.
We had a microbead, so everyone, at least in our unit, are all connected by VoxLink, but if they're not in the unit, they won't have it.
Yeah, but the veterans didn't have that. I remember that being an issue.
They did not, yeah. Who is anyone in the Chimera? Who is closest, or who is close?
I believe the last person in the Chimera was... Oh no, we all bailed in the Chimera, didn't we? No, we drove it over. The last person in the
I
Chimera...
think Havel was close.
I know I'm
Yeah.
in it manning the turret.
It's
It's this
into
big
the
red
living
square in the middle of the map.
Yeah, it's attached to the living quarters, or the refurbished living quarters, that red square there, where the ISIS character is on.
Right, oh, that's right, because you, like, careened it across the burning promethium field and ran it into the wall.
purposely.
We did indeed.
It was a tactical decision.
It was, well, it took ages. Hojo, we left him. He's still over there in the trench.
I'm in the fucking trench. There's a hole in my chest. You fuckers.
Tower I'm in was disintegrated around me.
All right, Sergeant, well, you've just survived a massive onslaught of greenskins. What would you like to do at this point?
There's nothing but training, man. Varys is already walking out checking the Chimera, starts shouting over to everyone else. Get in line! Get this place patched up! We're holding here! Yeah, my wife's looking over me. Yeah, fuck you. That is my Varys voice, alright? Yeah, fuck you, woman. What a cunt.
That's roleplay, baby.
I know, right? It's, anxiety feeling. Yeah, we're all getting what a bitch.
So, I'm assuming you guys are going to be following orders?
I'm sitting in the trench and screaming and crying.
I'm following orders.
As far as I'm concerned, this should be like Atian 101, where we're used to patching up shitholes to make them stand up to some kind of onslaught. So, yeah, Varys is pretty much doing the rounds at this point. He's going to check out the Chimera, make sure it's all up and running, and then he's going to start looking for some kind of supplies to quell that fire in it. Quell that fucking fire up there! We need a fire at the top of the map. Put out and sorted out before it sets the promethium up. Then we need to patch that hole in the wall.
No, that was where he blew through the wall. It's not actually on fire.
Alright, well.
So...
Well, fuck.
as your squad mates set about their typical post battle action of stealing everything that is not nailed down, because you're scavengers.
Yep, we are indeed
Uh,
scavengers, man.
The orc bodies are dragged to the inferno outside of the living quarters and set alight. The lost stormtroopers' tags are located and are kept aside for later reporting as a casualty. Does anyone want to try and salvage any of the orc weapons?
Yes and no.
That's Is
Not-
that even?
not-
Is that, no, it's not even possible. I mean, they would
It's
just
possible.
They would just be junk in our hands.
Do you know that?
I mean, not according to the only war rules. Plus, would you know that?
Well, we're scavengers and we've been around orcs all our lives.
Yeah. Sometimes it works.
No, we don't touch that orc filth.
You love the orc filth. It's free. Well,
You're an Ogren.
Never
You
mind.
you get your ass out of that trench.
I'll show you my orc filth.
And oh my god.
this trench, right there, right?
That trench.
So mechanically, just so you guys know, mechanically, if you're not an orc, every orc weapon has the where are we? Inaccurate and unreliable qualities.
It'll
Yeah, we
jam
don't
on
deal
it.
with that orc stuff. Not in our regiment. Not
Deal with
Attians.
that
We're a little bit rough and tumble and dirty around the edges, but we don't deal with none of that heresy.
That
Filthy
green
Xenos
cunt had a
tech.
plasma weapon.
The orcs did not have a plasma weapon. Wait, what
That
did
one
the
did.
boar boss have actually?
He had like a zap gun or something. I remember
Yeah.
Truck taking
He
that to
did.
the chest. Will I
That's
be able
worth
to?
something.
Can I?
Hang on.
The sergeant screams to clean up and everything, but there's a little bit of a nod towards that zap cannon as I clean it up somewhere.
Who wanted to do something? Someone got overspoken.
I was just gonna ask if I could make my way over to Kruk and attempt to patch up some of his wounds.
Yeah, go right ahead. Give me a Medicaid roll. By the way, this is going to count as first aid.
Oh,
So no minuses.
Let me see here. Correct. How many wounds do you have left?
oh shit. Quiz time.
Not very many.
I think I got knocked to half health. Yeah, I have 14 out of 28.
Okay. It's going to be just a minus 10 penalty.
I have an ability that gives me +10.
Fantastic. So it zeroes out.
Can he take a bit of time to increase his chances at all?
No, it's just a single first aid check. It's one of those sort of, it's a battlefield wound, not field surgery.
It just wants me in this hole.
I'm still failing with the skill at veteran. Okay.
Well, hang on. Your skill's at 50?
Well, I have 50 intelligence, and then I have Medicaid at the max level.
Max Medicaid and intelligence of 50.
Oh, you're supposed to check all of them?
Yes.
Ah, I thought it was just one. It's like that was the highest level you had.
Oh, because Medicaid is a modifier to intelligence.
Yeah. Ah, that's my bad.
Oh.
Yeah, this character sheet's fucked and I hate it. I'm really not a fan of this character sheet.
It's okay.
But we're gonna go with what I rolled instead of what you rolled.
Okay.
Because I'm the GM and we can do that.
It's okay.
So, but
that,
we're gonna
you-
go heal. I believe it is
Alright, stream is up.
your intelligent bonus plus 1 additional point of damage per degree of success.
So that would be 7.
Yo!
Fantastic.
I would like to remind the medic that I am also wounded.
As soon as I can get you. You still have you come down from the tower then?
Yes, he has.
Ah, okay. And can I attempt to heal him as well?
Sure, go ahead.
So Varys has sent Aubrey, his companion, off to notify at least one of the stormtroopers to keep watch on the gate, and tell the other guy to get to the back. So just so that gets done slowly. We're basically looking to get them to post eyes on the south and the north.
Kruk pats his freshly bandaged hole as he climbs out of the trench, makes his way towards the zap gun on the York.
So yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but Fel, you got healed for a total of 7.
I was down 5, so that works.
Cool, so you're patched all the way back up, you'll be fine. The 2 stormtroopers snap off a quick salute and run to take their positions again. There is a crackling coming from the Chimera Voxcaster. Is anyone in the vehicle?
I think Havel was, but no, Ice was, but he just left the vehicle. But I think Havel was, but he's not here. So
He's dead to us.
We could say that if you're running Havel as an NPC this match, you could say that he's there.
He's suffering from PTSD and is inconsolable.
Which one's Havel running again?
He's the weapon specialist and a bit of a joker. Or translated, he's the weapon specialist and a bit of a prick.
He's
the guy that decided to drive through the Promethean field.
Yep.
Taking everyone's low sticks. Everyone's.
And that's stupid because the stealing one, that's a trait for his backup character. He's just decided to use that as well. So he's funny and he steals from people. I think he's just been a bit of practicing.
Back to me.
Let me double check something, hang on. You hear some clanging and banging and squealing of radio frequencies as Osric is busy fighting with the Voxcaster currently inside the Chimera. Does anyone want to stop him from beating the machine?
I think the machine will win.
Well, Varys is close enough nearby, I guess. He comes over and... What's all this ruckus then?
Don't know, Sarge. Blasted thing doesn't work.
Well, what's happened to your voice then?
I don't know.
So low sticks.
So he goes, I think someone was trying to get us on the Vox, but I can't figure out how to work this damn machine.
Oh, Varys and technology. We actually been me and Havel's character have been through this before when we were trying to figure out the Promethean well pump, and so Varys comes in, he's like, "Alright, stand out the way, I'll show you it's done." And he tries to his best to operate what is something that I'm hoping that he's used before being a sergeant.
Yes, yeah. However, seeing that Osric got his hands on it first, can you go ahead and give me a tech use roll?
I'll try. Let's find out. Is that a actual on the character sheet, or is that just off of a skill?
Tech use, yeah, it's at the very bottom of the skill tree. I think you have it now.
Do I have a modifier?
That depends. How long do you want to spend doing this?
Well, it's until they stop trying to communicate with us, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and give yourself a it's going to be a difficulty of +10
So I put
as you go back and painstakingly set everything sort of to the default as you were trained to do, and then select the correct channel for this operation.
So when I'm putting the modifier value in, is that a -10?
No, should be a +10.
Okay. I just put in 10, so I'm hoping that's a +10, but all the same, I horribly failed.
Indeed, you do.
But, yeah. Okay, so
So,
Varus is unable.
Christ, with a net -3 degrees of success. Would you like to spend a fate point?
I think I've only got one of those, don't I? No, I've got 2.
No, you've got 2.
Okay, for this, I feel like it's a bit of a waste.
All right. Well,
No,
unfortunately.
You fucked us.
Wait, no, fuck it, I will. I'm going to spend a fate point on the radio.
Wait,
Fuck
wait.
it.
Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can do this correctly.
I'll spend a fate point on the radio if I get to roll it as a D100 and then just take the modifier off the final roll.
I'm trying to figure out where it's getting this number from.
Probably from the fact that you don't have the skill learned at all.
I've got tech
Yeah.
use.
Never mind then.
There we go. Okay, so
I've only got it to known though.
right, but remember, it's known. There's not 4, right? There's only 3 advances for skills.
Yeah.
Hmm. Damn. I don't remember at all.
Yeah,
I
this
think it
system's
shows as
starting
4.
to really grate on me. As much as I love it. Yeah, so it's known, trained, experienced, and veteran, and you just have it known, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I've got it to
Darius,
known.
okay.
So it should be base. No penalty.
No,
Unless
so
the situation
right.
calls for it.
So we were rolling it correctly the first time. However, I'm just going to give this one to you because this character sheet's starting to piss.
I'll take that. Or I can try
Um,
again.
No, I'm all right with that.
Okay, cool. I'll
um,
take the freebie of the radio use.
After about 10 minutes of fucking around with the Vox device, you finally get the frequency for your base of operations back at Supply Depot Gamma 29.
Just as the signal comes through, they're here like, fucking thing. Oh, it's fucking. Hello?
So, you hear the operator on the other end goes, Sergeant Varus, is that you?
This is Sergeant Varus reporting.
Good to hear your voice, Sergeant. I take it you guys have survived?
Somewhat, yeah. We lost one stormtrooper that we recovered from your wreckage earlier on, but apart from that, it's all dandy. Are we getting reinforcements?
I was just about to inform you that the attack here on Supply Depot Gamma 29 has ended, and we're about to send out another detachment to retake the Prometheum well. They should be there in the next, I want to say, day or two. Unfortunately, that's the quickest we can get them out there.
Would that be the Prometheum well up on... he then proceeds to give them the coordinates of the outpost.
Yes, they verify that they are sending reinforcements to where you are located.
Excellent. We have taken the Prometheum well, however, it has been badly damaged and will be in need of further protection.
That's quite all right, Sergeant. One of the chimeras coming out is packed full of the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and I'm sure they will set about setting things right as soon as they arrive.
And what will our standing orders be up until the arrival? So,
Your standing orders, are to continue to hold position and ensure that the refinery is not retaken by the enemy. Christ, my fucking brain's not working.
that
You
sounds
don't need
about
that
straightforward enough. Yeah, that's. I can't think of anything else that Varus would try and get from them. He's got guaranteed reinforcements. Do send out some coffee there, please, sir.
The radio operator informs you that supplies have been are also being sent out, as this is a new garrison force, not just reinforcement.
Excellent.
Wait,
So-
Varys is aware of this and doesn't mention it or anything, but yeah, as far as he's concerned, that's some salvage coming straight to the unit.
so they want
Go
this
on.
place with the hole in the wall, right?
By the time the Attians have finished with it, that's going to be much less of a hole, and much more of a pile of stuff.
Just park the Chimera in there, gun out.
A tech priest might coop up in there and not respond to hails.
Does anyone want to try to abscond with anything that you're not supposed to?
I want to pick up the war boss and take a bite out of him. And then I want to pick up his zap gun and take a bite out of that too.
Oh god.
Oh, you just really hate playing an Orgrin, don't you?
No, this is just how he plays stuff.
Alright, go ahead and give me just a straight toughness roll.
He did the same
No.
thing when he was playing the Space Marine.
Yeah, but at least then he has an excuse.
Did I?
He would drop grenades at his feet every time the enemies jumped us. He'd just be like, oh, just drop grenades at my feet.
Well, I mean, he's a Space Marine. What's a grenade gonna do?
Well, he's an Ogren.
That's what I told them.
He's an Why is the Ogren unsupervised?
It's a good question, Sergeant. Why is the Ogren unsupervised?
I failed the
That's
top
what
It
I
wasn't
roll.
ice with him.
No, I wanted to go heal the Ratling afterwards. Just kind of patched him up and left.
Oh god damn it, guys! You
Oh, I just realized. I would have had plus 20 to all those rolls because I have a med kit.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh. I failed the toughness roll.
You might need to go back over and heal the fucking Ogren again. So it burn off half his face.
Huh, what should I have happen because you ate a fucking orc?
Varys was gonna be going up to check out that zap gun beforehand, but he's pulled back to the radio. So he's right now he would be starting to make his way up towards the Ogren while all this shit's going off.
Okay, so as you approach Varys, you see the Orgrin that you've been put in charge of lifting an arm of this orc warboss to his face and have his jaws open, looking very excited to have a bite of this thing. And before you can get the order out, he chomps down happily and chews it up and swallows at least the first bite.
Varys doesn't really pay this much attention.
All right, give me just a second. I want to double check on something.
Varys just walking towards the. As far as he's aware, he doesn't. Varys at this point in time, as far as he's aware, he doesn't know who's coming out. He knows that reinforcements are coming. That could mean a commissar. That could mean a fucking general. That could mean a captain. That could mean anything. Right now, all he's aware of is that he thought he might manage to use that zap gun in some kind of salvage because it's a big gun, but he knows now he cannot because they've got people coming. However, at the same time, he's been told that the garrison force is coming with fresh supplies, which means there will be stuff that we can steal. But we're not going to be able to steal anything if we're under supervision for, I don't know, hanging about with a zap gun. You know, so right now he's going up to make sure that that's under wrap so we can steal some stuff.
Well, you have to understand, if they're giving us fresh supplies, that means free low sticks for everyone.
Well, they're not really necessarily giving us free supplies, but as far as Varys is concerned, we're going to be here when the new garrison force arrives. So no matter how it's kind of seen, that kind of means that we are a garrison until we step out of the doors. So when the new stuff is here, part of that is technically due to go to us.
You're a madman.
Ratling is going to move to a tower that's not destroyed to keep an eye
Copy
on.
that.
I'm gonna start making my way over towards where Varys and Kruktar very confusedly looking at the ogre, chomping on the orc.
It's food. Aren't you hungry?
I'm just glad that I'm here before he munched on the Zep gun or whatever it is.
First the orc, and then after I die, then the zap.
And
What's your toughness bonus? Correct? 4.
Yeah, 4.
Okay. So you guys are just gonna let him continue to eat the arm?
Well, I figured that Ogrins would munch random shit all the time.
I'm looking outside the base. I don't see it all going on.
You do understand, Crook, that we do have some supplies back there.
Oh,
You don't have to eat the bloody greenskin.
but it's food.
And does it taste like food?
Well, I don't know. I haven't taken a bite out of it yet.
Oh,
If
then
the
as
effects have
Yes,
been
you
hit.
have. Yes, you
I
have.
took a bite.
Oh.
That was the toughness roll. See what happened.
Does it taste like food?
Yes.
Oh, then as you were.
yeah, I don't really know if medic training would deal with eating of orc flesh.
I mean, knows that he's seen Ogrins munch on people when they've been like holding out in random cities and high cities and whatnot. Dead bodies, they'll see hungry Ogrins munching a few of those every now and again. So he kind of just he sees it as it's what they do, they munch stuff. So
I've had to ask a few people. I'm like, what would happen?
well, not necessarily anything, I don't think.
I could get a tummy ache.
Isn't there a part
I
of the
don't know.
primer where you can eat orcs?
If orcs spread through spores, you might be carrying spores.
Oh, not in the stomach.
Could that make me orky?
It'd make your poop orky.
Or make it green.
You may be taking an infestation of orcs off planet.
All I can think of is a fucking shit Gretchen, like crawling out of the latrine.
Right, so with Aubrey back after the orders, he starts. Varys gets Aubrey in. Starts to organize with what people we have to start burning these greenskins.
Didn't you just say to put the fire out,
Well,
Sergeant?
we'll put that was the fire in the north that doesn't actually exist. We're gonna put a contained area for burning all the corpses.
So you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the reins here. You guys spend the next 10 to 12 hours just cleaning up the base as much as you can, piling sort of debris and rubble and parts of destroyed vehicles with the help from Krukt in front of that gap at the rear wall. There doesn't seem to be any kind of orc activity coming for you. The bodies are disposed of. Most of the orc-built structures are torn down, and the material either burned or, if it could be repurposed, set aside maybe for use by the Mechanicus. However, once the most of the work had been done, and you guys start settling in for what you believe to be a longer deployment. Who's watching the front? Who's up front?
2 stormtroopers, by the looks of it.
Well, one of them's in the back. Who do we have in the tower?
I'm up here.
I'm at the tower at the gate. I'm willing to bet that's our heavy gunner who's not
That'd
here.
be Chaplain, yeah.
Chaplain, yeah.
God damn it.
Rest in peace.
What's Chaplain's voice going to be like, Valorant?
I'm not going to do his voice.
Do his voice!
No.
Make him just
so,
a random Eastern European voice.
It'll
It'll be incredibly inappropriate for him. It'll be amazing.
pack of low sticks a day voice.
Make him German. I mean,
Make him
Mein Führer, der Assange, Chimeras,
or make him a Ruski.
God, I gotta put a fucking Kaiser helmet on the guy now.
Yes. I think he's like
So,
he's
Varys.
he's like from Brussels or from Bulgaria or something. I can't remember where he's from.
Varys, so you receive word from from Krieger that he's spotted some movement in the jungle, and the Vox inside the Chimera begins crackling again.
Okay.
Oh.
Varys gives the order to get some eyes and get some more guns towards the front. What's the ratling's name? Is it Malgoy?
Malgoy.
Radios through to Malgoy. Asks him to reposition so we can kind of get an angle to maybe the watchtower one along. Keep an eye out at the back, but just try and see if you can get any eyes around the side. We'll make sure we're not flanked.
If I come
And,
over here, can I see the front, back, and side?
Yeah, more or less.
Because that one's pretty much flattened. It's when I was in it.
Yeah, they shredded it.
So I figure I can see over it.
Yeah, so you want to go ahead and give me an awareness roll? Because, I mean, you're looking out into heavy jungle.
Yeah, basically just to make sure we're not being flanked. So anywhere along there, the side and back, just keep an eye out type thing.
Any modifier?
No, just a flat roll.
Meanwhile, Varys makes his way back towards the Chimera.
So I get a +10 because of sight. Keen sight.
Yep.
Cracked up front.
Ah! Ah!
Too much going on. Didn't missed it.
To the interview
Alright.
thing.
Varys, over the Vox, you hear someone using your call sign trying to get a hold.
Sorry, I heard him say me.
I do want to emphasize this is about 10 to 12 hours after the first conversation with the base.
Varys hops onto the Chimera and jumps in and goes about his Vox business. This is Sergeant Varys of the 211th Attian Light Brigade.
Give me just a second. I want to make sure I get a rank that makes sense.
I suggest a Pilgrim. Sorry,
My comic got pinned.
Did it?
Yeah. Because to
Lieutenant
the
Daniels.
said that last guy
It's Lieutenant Dan.
it got pinned.
And what's this on?
The metal shove thing.
Oh, really?
Who needs legs?
Because they did that little interview. It was
He's grafted
during
to
the
the
music video,
legs of a
this
sentinel.
little section cut out for a little interview where they were just talking about the song. And
So,
then,
coming over the Vox, you hear Sergeant Varys. Are you there?
This is Sergeant Varys of the 211th Attian Light Brigade.
Yes, you twit. Who do you think is coming to relieve you? This is Staff Sergeant Jeffrey.
Jeffrey! Good evening, Jeffrey.
We are about 2 or 3 clicks from your position. Is everything all right?
Well, we have seen some movement in the south in the tree line there. We are just setting up to respond should it be anything hostile. Would that be yourselves, or where are you coming from then?
That's us. We're approaching from the south.
All right.
Hostile.
So, one moment there. So, Sergeant Varys micro beats through everyone else. That movement in the south is our friendly relief, gentlemen. Let's make sure they get a nice warm welcome, but not with gunfire. Make sure that Crooked is under house arrest. So then Varys goes back to the Vox machine. We are all ready to welcome you to the 211th Secured Attian Light Brigade Promethean Well, sir.
So, within about 30 to 45 minutes of traversing this, thick jungle that you guys had to crash through yourselves, several Chimera transports pour out of the surrounding jungle, along with a large number of sort of mass transport vehicles carrying not only ammo and supplies, but also materials for repair and resupply of the base itself. The once semi-quiet Promethium refinery becomes abuzz with activity. You can hear and also feel, depending on how close you are, the bitter screeching of Adeptus Mechanicus personnel as they begin surveying the damage wrought by the orcs that you had so successfully cleared out. As the reinforcement garrison pours out and begins taking up position and work crews are assembled, Staff Sergeant Jeffries pulls you aside, Sergeant Varys, and
Oh, he's a
says
staff sergeant too. Okay.
no, you are a regular sergeant. He is a staff sergeant.
So does that mean he's higher than me?
He outranks
Oh,
you.
well,
Yeah,
la-dee-da.
just by one step. It's not like he's like massively over you.
Yeah. I love your job, son.
So he takes a look around and lights a cigar on a nearby flaming sort of coupling from one of the Promethium tanks, which a servo skull comes by and quickly spot welds before screeching at him in binary and flying away.
Ah!
Um,
That's my binary noise, by the way. That's what binary is.
that's how binary works.
Yeah, that's exactly what binary is. It's gah.
So he goes, Staff Sergeant, they're going to want a full report on what happened here.
We secured the outpost. The rest was the orcs.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to talk to a scribe and get it written out. You know how the god likes their paperwork.
Of course. Sadly, there's not much more to it. This is, we were ordered to come here. Chimera, I'm glad to say, is still in working order. We secured the outpost and the well. Oh, it didn't even blow up there, did it?
Regular Blackadder there.
Was talking to you.
Fucking great show.
So how was the trip here? Did you pass any wreckage from any Valkyries by any chance?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Sergeant.
Well,
We haven't passed anything except jungle for the past 13 hours.
we picked up a few stormtroopers on our way here. They were a little bit out, but you know what they're like. Stormtroopers, and they keep to one task at a time. So I noticed you brought up some supplies there. Is it yourself that's going to be manning this establishment on our leave?
Punch him in the face and take his low stick. I'm tired of waiting.
He says, for the time being, once we're able to return everything to normal, I'm sure they will have another station for me.
Now I'm hoping that all of our guys in the Atians are no longer in the towers because they should be manned by the new garrison. I'm hoping our guys will be patching up our Chimera and maybe slipping some stuff into some of the more loose hatches inside.
Well, that's what I meant by, there's still a ton of autocannons and autocannon ammo and a bunch of other stuff laying around that you guys had 12 hours to try and get away with, but now everyone's here.
I hate
Oh,
the
that's
green
perfect
stuff.
though. Now that everyone's here, then we can just kind of move in amongst the hustle and bustle, because I imagine there's going to be a lot of repairs and stuff going on, a lot of stuff moving around. They saw everything that was here when they came here, so they know everything's in shape. It couldn't have been the Atians when we arrived. Once the Atians were there, everything was still exactly where it was. It was all they were enlisted for. But now there's people here. Well, something goes missing. It could
Well,
be us.
it's more Atians, and so breaking character real quick. The implication was that oh man, I don't know, the orcs must have stolen it. But now there's soldiers, there's Mechanicus personnel, there's servo skulls everywhere.
Well,
It's going to be a lot harder to abscond with things.
These guys are Atians too.
Yes, he said that when he was coming in.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice that. They're Atians. They're thieving bastards. It could be any of these guys. We're good. We're still good. We're gonna steal stuff. Is what I'm saying. We're still going to steal stuff.
Ask for the
We
loot.
will
They're
not be
Adians.
stopped.
They're Adians. We may have to make sure they don't steal our shit.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, no, I mean, we're only steal because we're scavengers. I'm just gonna
Demand the
downplay
low
them.
sticks, god damn it.
Well, we know this place. We know where everything's supposed to be stored. We can just go into the storage, grab some stuff. That's what. Well, I say we. I'm talking to the sergeant right now. You guys should be all sneaking into the storage. I don't know, doing stuff. Go steal. Fuck. Not fuck, but steal stuff. Jesus.
Krug
Do you guys
tugs
want to
at the
try to
sergeant's
make?
shirt.
Do you guys want to try to make any requisition tests at this moment?
I don't know if you have to make requisition tests to get like extra ammo, but I'd like to resupply the ammo on my hotshot lasgun.
I would like to resupply ammo as well.
Okay.
Same.
So for any of the standard weaponry, the stuff that came with your starting kit, all of that is free to resupply because that's been properly issued to you.
Alright. I'd assume I'd have to make a roll then for the hotshot lasgun stuff.
You will. Give me just a second.
Whispering into the microbead. I do hope you guys are taking advantage of all the hustle and bustle.
Continuously tugs on the sergeant's shirt.
What is it, Crocked?
Points at the staff sergeant. Food?
Not food, no.
No, food.
Here we go. That's what I was looking for.
Well, I am going to go to the place where I hid all of the stuff that I stole when the orcs were attacked. Go to my little nest of supplies and go collect them now.
Okay. So, who's using the hot shot?
That'd be me.
Okay, just so you know that they use like a backpack power system, right?
Yeah. I'd assume that's why it takes so long to reload.
All right, so that's a rare availability, and we are going to step it up another one because they weren't, it's not sort of standard issue that they would have brought with them. So we're going to go from rare to very rare.
See, you could have snuck into the storage room and see if you could see any hotshot last kind of gun before doing this. You might manage to just steal some.
I mean, I already have one extra pack. I just wanted to make sure, I don't run out. It's not really that big of a deal if I don't get it. I'm pretty sure we had like +4 to logistics. I have it.
You do. So what was your starting logistics? Do you remember?
I do
Oh
not.
shit.
All the stuff should be pinned on the word chat. Yes.
Though this is a garrison, it is also a fresh garrison.
It is, but nothing in your regiment's standard issue uses those packs.
I meant more like, if we were to get anything, it should be harder to acquire here than at an actual standard base.
Yeah, that's why it's a couple degrees harder to acquire here. I was just asking, and he said he wanted to go for it. So do you not want to go for it?
I'll still go for it. There's no negatives for trying it, right?
Well, you can always use your scavenger ability.
I guess I could try and steal it. I guess I'll just try and steal it then.
All right, so you get. It's going to be a -30, a very hard
Oh, shit.
very hard attempt, but it's going to be a +10 because you're using your logistics scavenger ability. And you can have a logistics rating of 9. So I don't know if you're going to be able to get it.
Unless you maybe got some help with distractions or something.
You go ahead and try.
Sure. Do I roll on this?
Yeah, so it's a 1d100 roll, and you're trying to roll under 19.
Ah,
Could probably make that.
tell me to do something stupid.
So
Also, don't roll doubles.
where is this
No.
happening?
Uh,
Where is
I
this
mean-
happening?
Where is
Assume
this
around the-
happening?
Yeah.
I would assume around like wherever the ammo dump would be.
Yeah, he's busy attempting to steal a pardon me, a a new charge backpack, backpack charge for a hotshot las gun from a commissar's Chimera.
From a
Oh, if that's the
commissar's
case-
Chimera.
I'm not gonna do if it's a commissar.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a commissar has also arrived with the staff sergeant, and he is accompanied by 4 additional stormtroopers.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
not
why
gonna do
Varys
that.
wanted the place nice and tidy and everything in check, because in case someone big and scary like a commissar came along.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it be then. So I'm not gonna try and get anything.
Guys, I have to take the dog out real quick. I'll be right back.
Don't talk about your woman like that.
So, I'm gonna give the autocannon back to them. We never did get ammo for it. So I just have 14 shots left. And it weighs a shitload.
Well, there might be ammo here.
That we have to steal.
Well, no, autocannon ammo isn't like rare like hotshot ammo,
It is.
is it?
Yeah.
Well, we can just do a logistics roll. We might get it just by chance.
But also, like I said, it's pretty heavy. I already have the stubber and the ripper gun. And I can't hold all of them at once.
No, but we can carry it in the Chimera.
Okay.
Because then once the ammo runs out for one, you just have to put it back in the Chimera and get the other one with all the ammo.
Fair enough.
Then you get your long range, and then you get your stubber for closer range. Yeah,
We
I'd
could
say,
also-
I'd say we kind of just do logistic rolls to see if we can get any ammo for that thing. And food rations is what we need, gents. When I roll, I'm going to try and get my own standard equipment, which is our standard equipment. So this is what these guys should have as well. Should be easy to get that. And some food rations. We will need food in case we have to hot tail it on back in the Chimera back home.
Food
I'm
rations
going-
would be free because they come with standard issue.
Nice.
I'm gonna take the orc with me.
The orc's been burnt.
I'm gonna take the cooked orc with me.
The orc is in a pit with a bunch of other orcs.
I'll find the right one. And there are some specialist ammunitions that y'all might want to take a look at.
I just want to know how to get a better melee weapon.
Requisition it.
Well, I just want a sword though, but I just want a better sword.
You just want a sword?
I just want a sword.
That's all you want? Just a sword?
A sword, but a good sword.
Sword. 1d10 rending. Balance. And it's common. Shouldn't be too hard to get.
See, I've got a chainsword just now, which is probably better
Well-
than that.
Other than, what are you complaining about?
I want a sword. I want a special sword that's better than a chainsword.
Then fight the commissar and take his power weapon.
Yeah.
Just steal the commissar's power fist if he's using one.
Try to requisition a chainsaw with a tox dispenser.
You know, stealing the commissar. Oh,
Don't fucking strike at the commissar. Every time we've had all these opportunities to play right by them, and we just never do.
Well, if we're leaving anyway,
Shut the fuck up.
Just hop in his Chimera. He probably has something in there. Drive off with it.
I'm tempted to try and requisition a long lass.
Oh, that would be radical.
Because I have a sniper rifle, but if I had a long last to replace my M36 last gun, that would be good.
I think that'll be pretty hard because I think long lasses are like they're scarce.
They're scarce.
what about plasma guns?
A plasma gun.
Oh shit.
Plasma
those
guns
very
are
rare.
very rare.
Yeah, plasma gun would be fun to have. If I didn't have my hot shot, I'd probably try and get one of those. But I really like hot shot las gun, so I might just keep with this.
I think, if I remember correctly, these variants are the ones that can critically fail. If I'm not mistaken.
Are you talking about where they just kill you?
Well, they do an attack to you. I don't know if that'll kill you. Yes, that depends on the character. Malgoy probably shouldn't have one. That would be bad.
I gotta bring back. They gotta put the like tabletop rules into this. You know, you just die.
Explodes in your face. And it takes your head with it.
I guess there's not really no big deal of it overheating because it says you can choose to avoid the damage by dropping the weapon. And basically, it just does the weapon's damage to one of your arms on a attack roll of 91 or higher
Mm.
with 0 AP. You can just like drop the gun.
Still though, what if you're Malgoy and you're perched up really the fuck up there?
That's true.
Drop the several stories down. Or you're probably looking up at him.
I mean, against him, it could probably blow off one of his arms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember how I said I was down 5 hit points?
Yeah.
I only had 3 left.
Oh,
I have a total of 8.
yeah, I almost healed your entire HP with one action.
You're not allowed to hold a plasma gun. Shit. You're
Give him a plasma cannon.
No. Stop trying to blow up the Ratling.
Hello.
Could try and get a bolt gun. Be pretty cool to have.
Sit, please.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
I can be higher.
I would like to try and requisition something.
Yes, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to try and requisition a long lass to replace my M36 last gun.
Okay. I mean, it's doable. Do you want to wait till you get back to the base proper?
That's probably a better idea.
Scarce. I mean, it is. I mean, it's a lot easier to acquire than the backpack unit for a hotshot las gun.
So funny.
I can just
All
wait
right.
till we get back. I still have my sniper rifle, so I'm good.
So another day is spent assisting with the work parties and sort of shoring up the defenses of this Prometheum refinery before you are eventually called to return back to base. The travel home passes without incident. The stormtroopers that you picked up in the jungle stick with the commissar and that squad and sort of debrief the commissar and the stormtrooper reinforcements about what happened with them. So, what the hell? Oh, sorry. So, it's another 12 hours of travel back to the supply depot. Upon arrival, you'd return the Chimera and all of your mission equipment to the storage or to the quartermaster, except for the winter weather clothing that you guys were issued. He has no record of having issued that equipment, so that's now kind of yours to deal with. Don't know what you're gonna do about it, but it's yours now.
Probably has no record of any of my equipment.
Trade it for low sticks.
You can, Jesus, you can only smoke so many low sticks before you die.
They're not for me to smoke.
So
He wants
go
to-
ahead, go ahead and make that acquisition roll for the long las. Give me just a second here.
That
I
means
was
any
smoking at the window, but I was going to try and see if there was any opportunity to steal the commissar's sword before leaving the base, but I'll leave it. It's probably for the best.
Didn't know
what do
you
I
were
need to
that
roll
interested in
for,
changing characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if I didn't like my character, I would have gone for it, but
So, I'm
So what do I
guessing-
need to roll for the requisition?
Okay, so you are rolling against scarce. Where are we? Hang on. So you have a logistics rating of 9. You gain plus 10 because you're at the supply depot. Are you going to be attempting to steal it or to acquire it legitimately?
Legitimately.
Okay. In that case, then, you are just trying to roll under 19.
What am I testing against? What am I rolling?
You're rolling a 1d100.
You said I'm plus 10?
So, yes, the number I gave you, 19, is the target number, including that plus 10.
Nope.
Can I get a power sword?
Again, yes, you can. You just got to roll for it.
I'll roll for it. What do I gotta roll?
Oh, shit.
All right. A power sword is very rare.
Any sword that's better than a chain sword that's a sword, I want to roll for it. He sees it as an officer's sword and he wants it so bad.
I mean,
Okay, so you're in order for this to work at all, you're gonna need to try to steal it.
Okay. Okay.
And then, even then, you're gonna have to roll under 10.
isn't scarce more rare than very rare?
That is incorrect. Very rare is 2 steps more rare than scarce. So, you need to roll under 10. You have a 10% chance of getting it. And whatever you do, don't roll doubles.
Less than 10% because 10 is not under.
No, he's not gonna try and steal it if there's commissars about. Man.
But I thought you wanted to play your commissar Your character could get executed by your next character.
That's not how Varus dies. He's not like
Actually, that's a pretty brilliant idea on how to transition characters.
I've already thought. Yeah, just
That
kill
would be
myself.
pretty awesome.
Literally get to kill myself. No, that's not how Varus dies, man. And that's not how my character comes in either.
Depends on how you roll.
I mean, you might make it.
No, man, it's not. It's not in character for Varus. He's not.
As long as you don't get doubles, you won't die probably.
Sergeant Varus is a proud Atian. He's not about to steal like that just for
Yeah,
a
he's a
sword.
proud.
Alright,
defeat
now,
never-
did you want to
About everybody
spend?
else stealing and taking the risk, and him just walk?
No, he's not. He's not gonna steal like in this situation. But we'll scavenge our ass off out on the field. Out on the field, we are by field rules, and we're there to survive and move. But we're no longer in an outpost. We're back at home base. Scavenge here and there, but stealing a sword, an officer's sword, he's not willing to do that. It's not like stealing some bread or some spare ammunition or some rations.
It's not,
No, it's not.
but he can just get another one.
Malgoy, I forgot to ask. Did you want us to spend a fate point on trying to acquire that?
No, it wasn't a huge deal.
Okay.
Just
You know-
thought I'd give it a shot.
You're not gonna have anything else to spend it on.
All right, fine.
It's full of shit.
When my guy dies later because he fails a dodge roll, I'm blaming you, Varus.
How many fate points have you got?
Better, but still not enough, unfortunately.
I now have 0.
So, boss, any extra weapons or so that we acquired from the last mission, we have already turned them in, right?
Things that were standard equipment to you were turned in.
We didn't turn in the autocannon that we grabbed. That's ours.
Yeah, I'm not giving up this hotshot lasgun. Absolutely not ammo.
In fact, Varus is going to try and his requisition roll. He's going to try and get some ammo for the autocannon.
Oh shit.
Hey, wait, where did you get the spare autocannon?
That's a good
They
question.
took it out of a tower
That's a good answer.
When?
during
Last
the orc
mission.
fight, right before it.
Yeah, remember we put it in the back with the
okay.
sniper. And we've also got a second heavy bolter from the crashed Valkyrie instead with all of its ammo that Chaplin made.
Well, I mean, you could always try and trade for the stuff that you want.
I'm just going to try and see if I can get some heavy stubber ammo. Not heavy stubber, autocannon ammo with my requisition
Well,
roll.
hold on, because I do have the heavy stubber. I haven't fired it yet. I have 2 whole belts. I'll trade that for ammo.
Well, I
You think
meant my
the,
requisition ammo for the autocannon.
I think trading in the M36 last gun for a long last with my rolls would be enough.
Unfortunately, that's standard kit. You need something a bit more, and also you're not going to be bartering with the quartermaster. This wouldn't be a deal you're trying to reach with the Brontean long nut.
You see, if we all just had low sticks, it wouldn't be a problem.
I think we should keep our stash stuff, because it will come in useful. But
You're not
we
the
can
one
get a
holding
bit
it.
more ammo for that autocannon. That'd be nice.
Yeah, make a roll. What's the worst can happen? Roll doubles.
I'd like to get a mortar for the Ogren's back as well.
I had to hold even more shit.
He's turning the ogre into a centurion.
Just bolt me into the ground, goddamn.
Operated by pulleys and
An orc version of a centurion.
yeah, pretty much. Just get you on the back of him with like a fishing rod with a carrot on the end of it.
Alright, so you guys are trying to acquire
Autocannon ammo.
magazines for the autocannon?
Yeah.
So we didn't pick up anything for it. Only has 14 shots.
Okay, this one shouldn't be too difficult. All right, yeah, you basically have a 50-50 chance of acquiring
Nice.
acquiring this. So give me just a second.
Because if I fail this, you can also try and do this, Hojo, and anyone else. If we can get some stubber ammo. Unless anyone else can think of anything else that we might need. Because,
I'm pretty sure you should have tried to get a chainsaw with a toxic dispenser.
with a
You
what?
guys should all try and get
All right,
camo.
so
Or,
Saint,
Yes.
I just posted the formula for what you need to roll in the only war log. So use that with the /roll command. Would you like to use a fate point?
I'll use my last fate point. Boo.
Unfortunately, you are unable to requisition more ammunition for this auto gun. Would anybody else like to try?
Bring back D100 rolls. Bring back D100 rolls.
That is a D100 roll.
Yeah, but it's done,
That determines degree of success.
it's done funky.
So it's 49, which is your.
God damn it.
To be fair, that would have been a critical failure.
God fucking damn it. Fuck you, roll 20. Fuck you and your shit rolling.
So right now, who's quartermastering for the squad right now?
What do you mean?
Like, is someone keeping track of all of the extra shit you have?
It's just Malgoy and Varys right now. Or at least they're bartering for more shit. I'm holding everything I'm holding. I assume
Chaplain.
everyone is as well.
Chaplain is aware. Chaplain was taking account of the heavy weapons. I just remembered him doing it.
Okay.
And Havel was also taking account of stuff.
So, Malgoy, you got everything right, except you forgot to put parentheses around the 49 minus 1d100.
Would I be able to try and find someone to trade my hotshot las gun with for a plasma gun?
Malgoy,
Just attempt to do that?
give me just a second. Malgoy, what were you rolling for, bud?
Saint asked if anybody else would roll for the ammo.
Sure. You so we're gonna use that first roll. You actually had 2 degrees of success. So let me check something here.
So they go, here, little guy, have this ammo for this giant gun bigger than
Yeah, it's given out just because they thought it was funny.
That's not funny. That's freaking mean.
Do you think this footstool can carry this ammo? I don't know. Let's give him and find out. Fuck it.
placing wagers.
And meanwhile, you're like going back
So,
towards the rest of the group, like really pissed off that you're having to carry. So I bet those bastards sent me here on fucking purpose.
This is fucking shit.
So, Malgoy, they give you, when you submit the requisition form, they return and hand you 3 20-round drums of autocannon ammo.
Do you guys have a wheelbarrow I could borrow?
The servitor you're dealing with replies that was not part of the requisition.
You cheeky fuck.
All right, well, I guess I'll drag this stuff back to the group.
Okay.
Imagine we're not that far from each other. Since I guess Varys is over here at this bartering fuck. And he happens to know I have no ammo for some reason. So do you, apparently.
Are you gonna try and do a requisition roll at all? Would you?
Yeah, but
What-
those are gonna be for body armor.
Okay.
Crazy fucks. I kind of did want to turn in some weapons now that we don't have the Chimera to put shit.
Oh, I imagine if we get sent out somewhere, we'll have some kind of vehicle. And if we don't have to get sent out somewhere, we can set that stuff up ourselves.
That's very bold, boss. That's very bold.
All right. So someone wanted to see if they could trade the hot shot up for a plasma gun.
That is me, yeah.
We're all gonna die. That's all pointless from the start.
That's gonna be a tough trade because those plasma guns are kept a close eye on by the Adeptus Mechanicus. You got something else to offer as well as the hotshot lasgun?
I think that's all I'm carrying. I just got the hot shot and then one extra pack for it.
Hey, you want my heavy stubber thrown in there?
What are you going to be using?
Apparently, I have more drums of the fucking autocannon, so I'll be using that. I still have the Ripper gun. I'm currently on the floor convulsing from the weight crush.
I mean, you could offer the heavy stubber.
I would love to.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay, quick question. Do you have plasma weapon training?
Yeah, I was just about to look at that, so forget it. I just realized I don't have plasma training, so forget it.
I didn't want it to have that moment of like, yeah, I got this sick plasma gun and now we're in combat and oh shit, I don't know how to operate this thing.
Yeah, I was
If I
just
could
looking at
walk
my
back-
talents. I just saw weapon training las. I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm just gonna stick with the hot shot then.
If I was to walk back from the bartering thing and look down at all the salvage, you'd be like, so we have a plasma gun. And which one of you gentlemen know how to operate a plasma gun?
No, we do not have a plasma gun. So you've got 3 new magazines for the autocannon, so a total of 60 rounds. We haven't traded for the plasma gun. Would you guys want to try and trade for the long las that Malgoy wanted?
We could do, yeah. I mean, because we've got the heavy bolter from the heavy gunner, and we've also got the spare heavy bolter from the Valkyrie crash that had its ammo as well. So we do have an armament, but the Ogryn can't use that. But we'd still have 2 weapons for the Ogryn if we trade one in, don't we? We got the Ripper, and we got the autocannon, and we've got the heavy stubber.
The Rippers can't be traded in standard issue, so
Okay,
either
so
get
you'd
rid
be
of the
trading in the
auto
heavy
or
stubber.
the stubber. Yeah.
Okay. If it's a decent chance we'll make it, I'd back it, I guess. I mean, if we can get our sniper does a lot of damage. When he's
Now
here.
that we're all together in the storage closet discussing this with Malgoy barely outside of the door, yes, let's agree to this.
So again, for this kind of a trade, you're not trading the quartermaster. You're trading the other red.
And that's why we're in the storage closet unseen.
Okay.
So who's spearheading this thing?
Oh, I guess the little one.
I'd recommend someone with a high fellowship.
Oh,
Croc
Not
picks
me.
up Varys and throws him outside in the storage closet.
in that case, let me check my. I'm pretty sure my fellowship's decent. My fellowship is 37.
Mine's the same.
Mine's 29.
Mine's 31.
Well, I mean, the little man got the stubber.
Alright, so Croc picks up Varys, opens the supply door closet door, and throws him out before closing the
Ah.
door back on.
God damn it. Well, I guess I'm going.
So Varys, You approach one of the Brontian long knife sergeants and sort of quietly discuss the possibility of maybe mutually losing some equipment. Um, he seems actually pretty interested in the heavy stubber that you've offered him, um, and says that he might actually be able to work something out extra for you.
Oh, that would be very
Um,
much appreciated. This stubber is in, as you can see, very good condition.
can you give me a commerce roll? There's no negative, so there's no modifier, but you're rolling it at half of your fellowship. Jesus.
Oh God.
Relax. So he says it's going to take a few days to make sure that it falls off the manifests properly, but he seems pretty experienced at these kinds of operations, since this is sort of frowned upon by higher command. But a day or two later, when you return to your quarters, Sergeant Varys, there is a rifle case sitting on your cot. One of the standard sort of transportation cases. Long, thin, green, stamped with the Imperial Aquila.
Don't be a bum, don't be a bum, don't be a bum, don't be a bum.
Do you open it?
It's a fucking honey pot. Oh
Varys,
shit.
Varys walks over to it, picks it up, and pretty much fucking goose-step marches down to the rest of the gentlemen and gives it to the ratling and then marches the fuck away.
You're not gonna bury it in the ground like you did the last case?
No, I am just getting the fuck away from that case.
All right, Melgo, you've just been handed what you know to be a standard transportation case for a long las. It's a little taller than you are, or a little longer than you are tall, rather. Made out of a hard sort of like plastic ceramic combination. Do you open it?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Varys is marching very fast away, by the way. Like, he's gone by now. He has nothing to do with this situation.
Like be a bunch of low sticks just. Oh God.
So has everyone sort of run away from the rattling at this point?
I'm still in the supply closet.
I'll stick with him.
Well, this is a few days later. You're not still in the supply closet. So we just leave the order
So-
in the supply closet.
So Malgoy, who's staying with him? Elric?
Yeah, I'll be
I'll
Okay.
stay
interested
with
in
him.
the transaction.
I don't realize
Varys,
there's
Varys like didn't feel right about that transaction. So when he saw it, he was like, no.
I'll
Okay,
stay
so
with him.
only Elric and Malgoy are going to see what I'm about to describe. So
Aw.
Malgoy, you pop the clasps on this case and open it up, and inside, on top of a foam sort of cushion, is a new long las. Actually, it's strangely new. It looks, in fact, like it's never been touched by another human being or another guardsman or anyone else for that matter. Included in the case are four additional magazines, just 4 charge packs, and there is a bottle of Amasec with a note attached to it.
I will read that note.
That note, once read, is a thank you note and a congratulations note from the regimental lieutenant for the Brontian Long Knives, thanking your regimental lieutenant for their assistance and reinforcement, and also congratulating him on the success of the operation to resecure the Promethean well.
Pretty amazing.
The fear is real.
Okay, so to
Wait, so
put it in,
that was our regiment. That was a gift to our regiment's lieutenant.
correct, from the other from another regiment's lieutenant, At least the bottle was.
Oh,
'Cause that was the only thing-
bottle.
But again, Sergeant, you know nothing about this.
Yeah,
The
no,
only
no,
two people
yeah.
who see this note are Malgoy and Elric.
We're so fucked.
Oh, God.
Fucked.
Elric pats Malgo in the back up and says, "Pretty good luck there. You might want to dirty that lasgun if you don't make anyone suspicious."
I'm going to do exactly that. Check it out. Make sure it's all in working condition. Maybe take it down to a range. Try it out. After smudging it up a bit.
I'm gonna start taking a good ass look as we fire as far as you can.
And I'm going to split the alcohol with Ice's character. The others don't really need to know about this.
I don't ever want to leave the supply closet.
Not like Varys didn't just march and give you a brand new last cannon.
So Malgoy, this is a best quality long lads, which doesn't do anything else except being very special. Shiny, I should say. So it is, where are we? Has a range of 150 meters, 40 round clip, reloads a full action. It has accurate, reliable, and felling 4.
And with the addition of my sniper rifle, I can fire something like 50, 60 times before I have to reload at long range between the two guns.
I mean, are you able to carry both?
I don't see why not.
Maybe a weight constriction. But if you can't, you can always store one in the Chimera or whatever vehicle we have.
You guys have a small sort of clandestine storage area in your barracks. Typical of any guard detachment. You're pretty sure even the Mordians have these kinds of storage areas.
I wouldn't bet money on that.
So we as a unit are, being scavengers and whatnot. We are very protective of our loot. So I like to say we have at least one comrade stationed in our small storage area at all times. Be it Aubrey. Aubrey is would definitely be admin. Stock checking, because we're compulsive. She should be right on that ship. But I reckon we'd always have at least one person or one of our people's comrades stationed, watching that at all times. But and I was thinking about the alcohol as well. If Varys was offered it, he would want nothing to do with that. He'll steal shit, but he doesn't fuck with. He's very aware of the repercussions when it comes to higher officers.
So, Malgoy, you and Elric share the bottle of Amasec. It is of very high quality. Probably nothing that you will ever be able to get your hands on again, unless you were able to pull something like this off. And with that, we are going to call it here, and your new mission will be set up for you next weekend. Because I am being taken out to dinner, and nothing tastes as good as free food.
Alright.
This is the truth.
Oh, it was very enjoyable as always.
So, of course, all I've done is make Malgoy even more point and click.
Yes.
Which Malgoy appreciates.
8 HP, you might as well be powerful.
Yeah, you don't have a whole lot of wounds, do you?
I have 8.
Yeah.
I only had 3 left when I got healed.
All right, so I am going to put on my scheming hat and, commune with Sneech and all that kind of good stuff. And I will reach out to you guys later once I've got something in mind.
Bye-bye.
Nice.
Bye-bye, Phil.
Yeah, that'll be good.
And then
Enjoy dinner.
I'm also going to I'm going to dig into Death Watch because that sounds like it could be fun.
Okay, well, if you were looking to start writing Deathwatch stuff, or if you're looking to join our campaign, that's cool. But if you're looking to write stuff, you just know that the characters we've been playing for, we've been going for like a year and a half. We're not opposed
Can't
to being
bring it
killed
back.
off, but we'd ask that he wouldn't do it to kind of just like raise the stakes or anything.
You can't bring it back. It's gone.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that to y'all. Death Watch is a different beast.
It's gone.
It's not gone, Joel. It will come back one day.
It's fucking
What's-
gone.
Oh, Death Watch is gone.
He's been missing Death Watch, but like every single Death Watch session is up online so far. From the very first time we played it, for most of us, it was the first time we'd ever touched any kind of pen and paper RPG. So it starts off so cringy. It's so
Well, yeah.
like, but it's all there, open for all to see, and it's horrible feeling. But yeah, you can watch our very first mission right through to making tabards of orc and gene stealer faces.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's when you start calling in the chaplains, dudes.
No,
Like, come on now.
That's standard, but no one gets it. That's standard space. Even the most prim of Ultramarine chapters have their kind of tribal and more animalistic approaches to stuff. They are killers at the end of the day, and they're bred from crazy people.
Well, okay. How about this? At the point in time at which you did that, we weren't exactly seeing each other as brethren, and you should not have been so comfortable as to be able to do that.
Of course
Anyway.
they would.
Alright, guys. I'll be in contact later, y'all.
All right, man.
Bye bye.
See ya.
And there's nothing wrong with cutting off a face here and there.
Oh, and then there's Saint's librarian, where he's whispering to prisoners as chaos to see how they react.
Yeah.
That sounds like it was funny
I
though.
wasn't whispering as chaos. It was opening their minds ever so slightly
To the warp.
to the warp, so that to see how they'd react from a whiff. Of
So, how is whispering as chaos not the same thing?
well, I'm not whispering as chaos. I'm just letting the warp.
Yelling at them.
That's like trying to figure out if someone's a drug addict by giving them a bit of meth.
Are you addicted to meth? Let's find out.
Well, our mission should say Theros does not fuck about with missions. If you haven't been able to tell already, our mission at that point was to make sure that the ship was secure and it was heading to an imperial world. We had to make sure.
Was to investigate the captain being taken over
Yeah.
by his first mate.
And how did we find the captain?
Bound and gagged.
Not gagged. His jaw was wired closed.
Same effect.
Yeah, and a little. So he was tied to a chair, and his jaw was wired closed. So bits of wire going through underneath his jaw and through and up through his lips and wired closed. And it was like, okay, well, this ship is contagious. I was like, I tried to do a sense to see if I sense any warp using warp sense, and it was everywhere. And I was like, okay, so the essence of chaos is everywhere the room I was in currently. I was like, okay, so we found out we were on a prison transport ship. So these prisoners were commodities going towards imperial worlds. We found out they were basically all corrupt. So I had the guards stationed on the floor with me. They were going cell to cell with me. I stood back, had them open the door, and had them fire on the chained prisoners from cell to cell because they were all corrupt. We secured the ship, and what happened? Then the mission we didn't get to finish the mission because that's when the guy who was GMing that one left. Or that was from Felhammer and I from our first ever attempt. But yeah, Theros doesn't fuck around when it comes to mission objectives.
I think Score? I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name correctly still. But I think he's still down to play 40k. Would either you two want to hop on that with me? Because I'll probably take him up on the offer.
To play what?
I've only got about an hour and a half left, so I don't think I'd have time to get through a full game.
I don't think Hunter has a list saved or anything.
I don't fucking know what the hell I'm don't throw me in there.
Do you have tabletop now?
Yeah,
He
I
does.
bought it today.
Nice.
I have to figure out the hell I'm doing.
We all had to do that.
Frightening.
I've given him a quick sort of brief run through. It's not so bad.
All right. Now you have to unlearn everything that Saint taught you and learn to do it right.
Okay.
Lies. I showed him how to load up
I'll
I showed
look
him
at
what
the
it looked like when you
tutorial.
loaded up your army, and then how to save an army, and then I loaded up a map and showed him me loading in my army. So I basically showed him step by step exactly what you do in order to get your army into a game.
It's giving you hell.
Falhammer, you have Vermintide too, don't you?
I do not.
Oh, you don't.